Hello everyone, welcome back to physics. So, two things before we start. One, I looked back at the recording of part one, realized that I was playing with my camera's tripod the whole time because I didn't know that it was really recording on me. And also, I noticed that my voice, I just didn't sound very enthusiastic, and that's something that I'm trying to work on. Right? Some people say that it's boring. I think a nicer way to put it is chill. I'm a big fan of Bob Ross, so yeah. But if you ever think that me like my voice is is affecting your ability to learn, please let me know, and I'll try to be more enthusiastic next time. So, anyways, back to physics. So we are learning how to convert units because that's what we're going to be doing in lab a lot. We're going to be making measurements in centimeters, millimeters, grams, and so on, and converting them into the correct unit so that we can use it. So right here, we're going to start out with 40 millimeters. We want to convert that to meters. Okay? And so converting, we're going to have to use this little thing called factor label method, or FLM. Probably heard about it in chemistry, maybe biology, I'm not sure. Probably in chemistry though. And even if you don't know the name, hopefully you'll recognize it right up here. So what it involves, well, first before we get into that, I just want to write down one thing that will help us convert. We know that in 1 meter, there are 1,000 millimeters. That'll help us out with our conversion. Right? So we start out with 40 millimeters, alright? Then what we're going to do is we're going to multiply it by a fraction. By the way, you don't have to write this down if you don't want to. It's just something that I think visually helps a bit. So just wanted to let you know about that. So what we want to do is we want to put the unit that we don't want in the bottom. Why is that? Because we want it to cancel out with this unit right here, right? Some people refer to it as a label, hence factor label method. So we're going to put millimeter up here so that it cancels out, we get rid of it. And then I'm going to put meter up on top. This is the unit that we want, right? So 1 meter and 1,000 millimeters. Okay? All right, again, we sort of want the unit that we don't want, we want to make sure that it cancels out with this one, right? So here it's on top, here it's on bottom. So, boom, boom. It's just like a fraction where if you have the same thing on top and the same thing on bottom, you can just cancel that right out. And then what we're left with is the unit that we want, which is meters. So now we're confident that the answer that we get is going to be in meters, and then we can use it in equations and stuff like that. So, right. So to do this, all we have to do is just type into our calculator 40 multiplied by 1, which is just 40, divided by 1,000. Okay, we get an answer of 0.04 meters. All right, just like that. Now, there's also a much quicker way to get this done too, and that's just by moving the decimal point, right? Maybe you've done this before. I didn't teach that right away because I feel like that requires some memorization, and if that's the way you learn, that's great. This is just the way that I learned it and I thought was best, but over time, as you get more and more practice, you can just do these calculations in your head really simple. So you need to know that when you convert from millimeters to meters, all you have to do is move the decimal point 3 times to the left, right? So if we look here, the decimal point starts here, 1, 2, 3. and that's the same thing as our answer. Okay? Next, let's just do a little practice with scientific notation. We're going to be converting 5 times 10 to the 4th centimeters into meters. But really, it's pretty much going to be the exact same thing. So, first of all, I want to write down that we know, if we want to convert to meters, that in 1 meter, there are 100 centimeters. And we're going to use that to write this fraction right here. Okay. Again, we're going to put our centimeters on bottom so it cancels out with this one. And then we're going to put our meters on top so that we're left with the unit that we want. Alright, to do this, all you got to do is again, one more thing I want to mention when entering this into your calculator. You're going to want to do 5 multiplied by 10. Okay, see if I can show it. 5 multiplied by 10. And then hit this little caret button right here. Caret to the 4th, right? And then press enter. Okay, and then you're going to want to just divide that by 100 like the board says. Boom. We get an answer of 500 meters. Alright, cool. Now again, you could also use the method of just moving the decimal point. What you would have to do here is, since we're using scientific notation, start out with our 5 times 10 to the 4th, and then move that decimal point to the right 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us 50,000 centimeters. Alright, but we're still in centimeters. We want to convert to meters. Alright, so in every time you convert from centimeters to meters, you move the decimal point to the left twice. Boom. That's 500. That's the same thing as our answer. So again, I don't want to like teach. I prefer teaching this method because it just works every single time. Now, I'm totally fine with you using the decimal moving method. Problem is though, it's just all memorization, and you'll pretty much get the hang of it as the year goes on. And we'll only have to use it when I give you a number like 80 centimeters. Take 80, move it over twice, it's 0.8 meters. So this is just more of an extreme example. Most of it will be a lot easier. You can just do in your head. Okay. All right, so next, all I want to do is assign this problem right here for your homework. I want you to convert 0.039 kilometers into meters. All right, now moving on, another thing that we want to do is convert from, well, we want to convert lengths, and we might also have to convert time as well. Right here, each class period is 40 minutes, so we're going to find out how many seconds that is. Okay. So, here's our fraction. Luckily, we know that in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. Okay, so we're going to use this for our fraction. We're going to put the minute on bottom to cancel out with this one because we don't want that. Alright, so 1 minute. And then we're going to put our 60 seconds up top because we want seconds. Alright, that's what we're going to be left with when minute cancels out. So here, for this calculation, all you're going to have to do is multiply 40 by 60. There we go. We get about 2,000, or exactly 2,000 400 seconds in each class period. Now, also, we have synchronized learning from 9 in the morning to 1:10 in the afternoon. Okay. So now what I want us to do is I want us to calculate how many seconds are in our average school day. So that is your second homework problem for today, is to convert that into seconds. Okay. So please make sure that you do that. Tomorrow I'm going to be giving you a little bit more practice when it comes to unit conversions. Please come in if you have any questions. If you feel like you're really confused, that's totally fine. Please know that again we have advisory time built into our school day. So if you want, you can talk to me about coming in at around 8 o'clock. Zooming in around 8 in the morning. You can talk to me and you can get some extra help. You can also come in after 5th hour. Anyways, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.